Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of the Colorado Avalanche. Be a GM. We're here after analyzing the team. I let you guys get a look at all the players and what I thought about what we should do. Obviously, everybody supported me in my opinion on keeping the team the way it is in terms of our core players. We do not need to rebuild. We are a team that's ready to make a press, even though they finished so low in the standings last year. Now, there was also some pushback against the Stastny idea. Everybody loves Paul Stastny, and I can understand that. Paul Stastny has been, a cornerstone of this team for a long, long time. But the fact of the matter is, we need to make moves, and we need to pick up players that have, we need to trade players that have trade value. And the fact of the matter is that Paul Stastny has a lot of trade value because he is considered a top-line center playmaker. So, pardon me, that is an issue there. Now, I did take a look at one thing here while I paused it, and that was free agency. That's something we didn't consider. And there were a few players that caught my eye because I feel that there's a few roles that we need to fill. One, we need a third-line center. There's no doubt about it. Mitchell will not cut it as a third-line center, okay? So we need one of those. We also need a fourth-line right wing. All right, that was another one that I decided we're going to put McGinn, Mitchell, and then a question mark for a player who's going to play the right wing. And I'll show you who I think. And then we also need to fill some roles for defense. So possibly pick up a defenseman. All right, so that's kind of like the last play. All right, so for centers, I was thinking Matthew Lombardi. For a couple reasons. A two-way forward, he's got decent defensive awareness, and his face-offs are at 75. Two-way forwards do really well on the third line, and he's got really good athletic categories. And his hitting's not bad. He's really an all-around good centerman for your third line. I think Matthew Lombardi would fit that role quite nicely. For the right wing, I wanted a grinder, and I went to Colby Armstrong. He's a third line checking player, but if we could put him on the fourth line, look at how well he did. Look at that body checking and the aggressiveness. Colby Armstrong would be a nice addition, and at 1.4, he's really worth it. You look at Radek Dvorak, who's about $400,000 less than Colby Armstrong, and he's 77 overall and just does not bring the same punch that Colby Armstrong does. So I think Colby Armstrong would be one of the players that we look at. I didn't look at goalies. Ilya Bryzgalov is still a free agent at 5.185, but he's maxed out. He is definitely not something of the future. Rick DiPietro, yeah, he's done. We would not pick him up. These guys are pretty much done. Tim Thomas, they got him at 76 overall, which is quite the kick in the nuts if you ask me. I think he's probably a little bit higher than that, considering he went into the game rate at 89 overall. You're telling me 1 year he dropped to 76? No one wants him, I guess, but anyway. So those are a couple players I was looking at. Now for defense, we do need an offensive defenseman, and there's not many of them available. In fact, Ryan Whitney is the only offensive defenseman available. I think Thomas Caberlet is another one, but he's a bottom 4 pairing. I'd be looking for, or bottom 6, top 6, I guess I should say. Ryan Whitney would be, a second pairing offensive defenseman who would look really nice next to perhaps Jan Hejda. That's what I was thinking. Pardon me. Anyway, so those are the 3 players that we could potentially sign. Now, we do need to make a trade for 3 things. 1, a right wing sniper, and 2, potentially a left wing sniper, because we've got O'Reilly to play the center, and then we've got right now P.A. Parento to play the right wing. Maybe we could move Parento instead of Stastny, because everybody wasn't excited about the idea of Stastny going. So let me try this. Let's see what P.A. Parento's. Look at Stastny's trade value, okay? And here's Parento's trade value. A little bit lower than Stastny's. And he's a little bit older. So, maybe, let me take a look at Stastny's, because he's a playmaker. He's got really good face-offs. His passing's at 89, so he'd look really good next to a sniper. And P.A. Parento, he's got really good passing too, Let's take a look. The thing is about between these 2 players, besides the fact that they're separated by 1 overall, the cap hit is the big question there. We're looking at $2.6 million extra for Paul Stastny, and Paul Stastny's got 1 year left. P.A. Parento's got 3 years left, and he's locked in at a very good number. $4 million for a second line right wing is an awesome deal. So I think Parento gets the edge on this by a little bit. I think we could get more back for Stastny. He is a centerman, and he would be basically bumped out. He's not playing in his position. He'd be playing the right wing or the center. I mean, he could be playing the center, but I'd rather have the player who's getting better, Ryan O'Reilly. Where are you? Oh, did I miss him? Is he up here? There's O'Reilly. O'Reilly is our second highest rated player. He's four green stars. He's got good faceoffs. That could still get better, and he's a two-way forward. So really good player for a two-way forward. So Ryan O'Reilly, I'd rather have playing center because he is getting better, okay? And he's got 1 year left at $5 million, so this is going to be a big year for him if he wants to make more money. I mean, the only reason why he's making so much money is because Calgary offered him a contract as an RFA. They extended him a qualifying an offer sheet, but Colorado matched it. So I think, guys, I think Stastny is the smart choice. We will take a look at the player that I was thinking of for that line. Let's go to the team that I was thinking of for that trade, and that's the St. Louis Blues. That's Vladimir Tarasenko. He would be a right-wing sniper of the future. They don't want to get rid of him. I can guarantee it. Yeah, see there. They don't want to get rid of Tarasenko, and he's got a lot of value. So you'd be adding in, let's see, they want Parento, but let's see the comparables. Parento for Tarasenko, not going to cut it. I'm sorry, just not going to cut it. And the fact is, P.A. Parento, he is, you know, he's a second-line playmaker. He is in his position. And Paul Stastny, like, let's see what the cap is. They still can take on more cap. Like, they've got so much cap space. We will free up a bunch and be at $11 million, which will be a really nice figure to be at, that we can sign some of those free agents for 1 year. So I think that Stastny, because of his cap hit, because of the fact that he's getting crowded out for center by Matt Duchene and Ryan O'Reilly, I think Paul Stastny is definitely the smarter player to trade away. I just think that's what we should be doing in this case. So I think that a trade, Paul Stastny for for Vladimir Tarasenko, would be the trade you want to make. He's a good sniper, Tarasenko. He's going to play the top line, and he's going to get a lot of points playing next to Matt Duchene and his insane passing. So I think this is a good trade. I know that you guys are going to hate me for it. Well, some of you will hate me for it. Do I think I could squeeze something else out of it? I did present it in that way, that I could squeeze maybe a second out of it from Edmonton. I think I could do this, but I don't think I could ask for much more. So we will try it like this. What is my rating with them? Neutral. So this might go through because it's neutral. We'll see how this goes. All right, guys. So Paul Stastny, I'm really, really sorry, for Vladimir Tarasenko and a 2014 second. The only reason I make this trade, because Tarasenko is literally our top line sniper if we make this trade. All right, let's see if this goes through. Here we go. And it won't. I question whether you even looked at our trade block surplus. St. Louis is totally unwilling to give up what you asked for. Unless you really make it worth our while, I don't think you have. You've met our block needs well enough, but the value you have on the table is too far off. Okay, so we got to take the second off. Okay, I think we may even need to throw in a pick their way, or somebody else that fits, that they want. Let's see if we can throw in somebody with, let's see here, Bordelot. He was tradable for us, Patrick Bordelot. So if they take Bordelot off our hands, it won't go through. It won't go through. So I got to take that off. We will try it like this. If this doesn't go through, we'll try throwing in a pick. But really, it's lopsided. Well, you know what? It's pretty close. Look at the trade value. It's almost identical. I think asking for that pick was too much. We'll see if this goes through. This may very well go through for them. They need a top line center. They need it. They don't have it, do they? Let's see. Oh, not skaters giving away. All skaters. Let's see if they even have one. I don't. Oh, they may. Backus? They have David Backus. All right, but he's an 87 overall power forward. Wow, really? Okay. David Backus got a boost this year, eh? No kidding. Jesus. Okay, so I'm going to try this trade, see if this goes through. So Stastny for Tarasenko, straight across, save some cap space. We don't get the pick, but that's not a big deal for me. Let's see if this goes through. That won't. Totally unwilling way to part. You've met our block needs well enough, but the value is too far off. So they really value Tarasenko. They don't want to get rid of him. I think I may need to send back somebody with a bit of trade value, like a 3.5-star player, and then ask for somebody back from them that they don't want. Let's see. No, they won't. I don't want to do Wilson. It'd have to be like Hishin or Siemens. Yeah, you know, it'd have to be somebody like that. Who's Elliot? Let's see this Elliot guy. Is he 4 stars? 3.5 green stars. Stefan Elliott. He's gonna be in our system soon, so I'm gonna keep him. I'm not gonna get rid of Siemens either. I guess Hishon, because he is a centerman. He's 3.5 stars. He would not play center for us because of his face-off. So let's try this. This won't go through because of that. Let's see if we can get. Let's see if we can get somebody back that they want to get rid of. Hold on. Shields. This will probably go through. Okay, so we'll try this. We'll try Stastny and Hishon for Tarasenko and Shields. I don't know if it'll go through. We'll try. Here we go. No, it won't go. What's our rating with them? It's considered poor now. You know what I'm going to throw in? I'm going to throw in a pick, and it's going to be the second from this. Not this year. Not next year. the year after, 2016. Just to boost it up, see if this goes through, try it, and it won't. We don't think it makes sense to take on the salary of Joey Hishin, so that's their problem now. Let's take off Jody Hishin then. Let's throw in... Oh my god. Let's just take off Hishin, I guess. This one goes. Let's take off Shields. Let's see if this goes through. Just the second. Just a second. Just to boost it. See if this goes through. Stastny in a second for Tarasenko. If it doesn't, then we're going to give up on this case. Oh, wow, it goes. We believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in St. Louis, so we're accepting your trade offer. All right, I will take that. That's not too bad. We will get our second back from 2016. Not a big deal. So we do pick up our sniper. Now, another player that I want to do, or that I want to trade for, is a second line sniper too, because what we have right now are two playmakers and a two-way forward. Nobody that can really bury the biscuit. So here's the thing: we have a playmaker in Parento and we have a playmaker in Tanguay. Now Tanguay probably doesn't have great trade value. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's about the same as Parento. There's 3 years between them. The cap hit for Parento is a little bit higher, but let's see Parento's passing. It's 88s, right? Yeah. Let's see Tanguay's passing. Okay. Alex Tanguay, 88s as well. So you know what? They're very comparable. So we could probably find a second or a second line right wing or a second line left wing who's a sniper. If we could find that, let's see what's available on the market for. I know we didn't want to get. We were talking. No, we're not getting rid of Parento. You know what? He's 30 years old. Let's shop Tanguay first because he's 33. Let's see if we can find somebody here. Okay, Boston. Let's take a look at first skaters they're giving away. No, nothing here. All right, Buffalo, they don't want to trade. They don't have anybody to give away. Calgary doesn't want to trade. No one to give away. Carolina, they want to trade. Nobody I want. Chicago, nobody I want. Columbus doesn't want to trade. They have Vaclav Vinny Prospel, sorry. He's a playmaker, so no, that's not what we want. He's 38 years old too, so most of the guys are going to be really old. Let's see who wants to take him first. Los Angeles, nobody that we want. Minnesota, Montreal wants him. Nope. Nashville, New York will take him. Nobody here. Ottawa, nobody they want to get rid of. Well, nobody I want from what they want to get rid of. Philly, no. Phoenix, no. Pittsburgh, no. San Jose, St. Louis. St. Louis would take him. We could have traded Tanguay away for Tarasenko. They don't want to get rid of Tarasenko though. Oh, and they wanted what's his name, so no. Nope, nothing here. Tampa, no. Toronto, no. Vancouver, nobody they want to get rid of. Washington, Winnipeg, Anaheim, Boston. We checked Boston already? Yep. So nobody wants Alexander Tanguay. Now let's see who's just got somebody that's older. Hold on. Whitney. He's a left-wing sniper. Isn't he? Oh, but he's 41. He's a playmaker, so no. Not Whitney. Detroit. They want to get rid of Anthony Mantha, who's a 4.5-star power forward. We've had Mantha before. We know what he can do, and they want to get rid of him. Maybe we'll try and find something to basically get up here that we can trade for him. Edmonton, can't get much worse. Florida, Jovanovski, but he's a defenseman. Los Angeles, great relationship with LA. No, they didn't want any. Didn't have any. Minnesota, Matt Cook, no. Montreal, Nashville, Matt Cullen. New Jersey, okay, yeah, they got a couple people. Patrick Elias and Jaromir Jagr, they're both snipers. Jaromir Jagr, he's a second-line sniper for sure. Maybe he's a third. What's his role? Let's see. Third-line sniper. Okay, Patrick Elias, though, is a second-line sniper. He's 83 overall. Decent shot. Okay passing. He's 37. And we can make this trade. Elias for Tanguay. An interesting notion. It's 3 years older, or 4 years older. You know, it's extra $2 million in cap space that we'd be taking on. Let's have them retain some cap then. Probably not. Let's not ask for that. If we don't need to, we don't have to. Because we've got so much cap space. Patrick Elias, how many years left do you have on your contract? Oh, I guess I can check that just by hitting left bumper now. Let's see. Contract. So he's got 3 years left. So does Tanguay. He'll be under contract till he's 40. He'll be under contract until he's 33. Or until he's 37, sorry. So he'll be Elias's age. By that point, in 3 years, at 40 years old, he might get there. Yeah, you know what? I would make this trade. But the trade value is off. So we'd have to be asking for something else back here. Do we have any other holes we wanted to fill? Fourth line right wing, but Jagr is not that. So they want Martin Brodeur. He's 85 overall, Martin Brodeur. 1 year for Martin. That's what we'd be getting out of him. He would help us push for the playoffs. He's better than Varlamov. Maybe Martin? Maybe Martin, because their picks are ranked too high, and they don't want to get rid of him. What if we threw Martin Brodeur on there? They would make this trade. But then look at the cap space we take on. No, not Martin. Oh, no. Martin, no. We're going to take you off. Okay, let's ask back then. They didn't want to get rid of any other skaters, did they? Do they have any skaters with high potential? Jelena. This defenseman. They don't want to get rid of him, but Eric Jelena is a two-way defenseman, 4 stars, 22 years old. You know what? He's an overall solid player. Defensive awareness is quite sound. Let's try and make a trade for Eric Jelena. Okay, this won't go through just because of the number of players, I'd imagine. So we need to throw somebody back on here that they want. Let's see. Skaters matching. And let's throw somebody on here that they'd take, like Malone. Okay, there's a little... There you go. That's exactly what it was. So we could add Jelena to our depth chart as a 4-star defenseman, and maybe somebody we could trade away too. I know we just trade for him, but that's okay. So Tanguay and Malone for Elias and Jelena. I think, well, you know what? It may not go through just because of Jelena's trade value is higher than... Yeah, I don't know that that'll go through. Let's see who else there is. Hold on. Trade value. Oh, it had to start it by potential. That's what I wanted. I was going for potential. Potential. Okay. Yeah, no, anybody... See, as soon as... Yeah, it's all about the same. Jelena is actually the lowest ranked. Kujawinski, though. 3.5 star, no. You know what? I'm going to try it and see what happens. We got a neutral relationship. If this goes through, I'll be very, very happy. We'll pick up a 4-star defenseman who could play the top 4 pairing at some point. We'll get rid of Malone, who literally is he's a 4th-line forward, but... I can't believe that he's a 4th-line forward. Maybe 4th line in the minor league. Let's see if this goes through. We'd be very lucky if we got it. Let's try. No. I question whether you even looked at our trade block surplus. New Jersey's totally unwilling to give up what you've asked for us. The reason why is Eric Jelena. I can guarantee it. So let's take Jelena off. Let's see here. Let's throw in... I know he just traded a 2nd from 2016. Let's throw in a 3rd from 27... Oh, no. Let's try this. Let's try... Well, no, then we're giving up too much. We want their pick. Yeah, we want their pick. Let's see. I'm going to take your 4th from 2015. And I'll take your... I'll take your 3rd from this year. And see... Let's take a look at the value. You know what? Is 3rd and 2nd ranked? No, there's a little bit of value off on there. Let's take their 3rd and 4th. 3rd from this year. And 4th they don't have from this year. And let's try trading that for Malone and Tanguay. You know what? It's still not enough. I'm going to ask for their 2nd, and I'm going to take off the 4th. So we'll have 2 2nds for this year. And Malone we're not going to use. This will probably go through. The matter is trade value. I think it will. I think we can squeeze one more out of this. I'm going to ask for their 4th from next year. Let's see if this goes through. So Tanguay and Malone for Patrick Elias and New Jersey's 2nd this year and 4th next year. Will it go through? And it will. There's not too much to deliberate about this deal. I think the New Jersey fans will think we came out ahead here. Don't like to see that, but that's okay. So now I can write in here. So we got Tarasenko to play the top line. Okay. Tarasenko. And then on the 2nd line, we now have Elias. So I'm going to cross out Tanguay. So we have Elias playing with O'Reilly and Parento. And on the 3rd line, we don't have anybody yet, but we also need to find a defenseman. We need to find an offensive defenseman. Hold on. Edit lines, I guess. I don't know what the problem is. Okay, hold on. Best lines. Let's do best lines. We'll come back to it afterwards. Let's do the trade block. We need to find a future defenseman. Offensive defenseman. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, hold on. It's set on forward still. Let's try defense. Let's edit the age to 23. Okay, somebody who is lower value. Higher overall. We could go Justin Schultz again. He could play, you know, the top. He's a top 6, but we can put him on the top pairing. Let's see somebody different though. Cam Fowler. He's an offensive defenseman. Yeah, good defensive awareness too. He's not a bad option. We can make some players move around for Cam Fowler. Jake Gardner. Yeah, Jake Gardner is a good option as well. But he's a two-way defenseman. We've had problems with Jake Gardner. He's a little bit older, too. Let's sort by value. I'd rather have somebody that can play now. So now overall, somebody who can play in the NHL now, so they have to be over 81. So it's from here up. It's Cam Fowler, Justin Schultz. Ekman Larson is also an offensive defenseman. He shoots left, so he'll play the left side. What does Cam Fowler shoot? Right-handed, right? Oh, he shoots left as well. So Cam Fowler would be actually a good option. Adam Larson, New Jersey's two-way defenseman, 82 overall. Victor Hedman's a two-way? Really? Okay. He's huge, though, 6'6". Zach Bogosian, two-way. Doughty is an offensive defenseman. We do not have the value to make that trade. We'd have to get rid of McKinnon, but that's not something I want him to do. So maybe Cam Fowler. Let's explore the idea of Cam Fowler. This video is getting a little bit longer, so maybe we'll stop right here right away. We'd have to trade away somebody good to get Cam Fowler. You know, we'd have to, like, because the cap hit at 4.7 is his cap. If we want to sign our third line center and our couple defensemen, we do not have that option. Let's see, who could we get rid of? It'd have to be like, who's Bigris? He's a 3.5-star green star defenseman. I would get rid of Bigris. Okay, he has no contract, and that would go straight across. You don't have to worry about it. Tyson Barrie, no. Tyson Barrie is part of our future here. He's 4 stars. He's an NHL-ready player. So Bigris is a player they would want, but they do not want to get rid of Cam Fowler. That's the problem there. Oh, that might go through. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop the video there, guys. We're going to end it there. I'm going to ask you guys what you think about a deal for Cam Fowler. Chris Bigris, basically, who's a 3.5 green star player, who has higher value than Cam Fowler, who's a 4.5 yellow star defenseman, offensive defenseman, something we do not have in the system. Bigris is a two-way defenseman. So, well, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to ask you guys what you think about it. Let me know, and when we come back, we'll make the decision. Okay, guys? Until next time, I'm Target Audience. You guys have a good one.